Hi guys, it's B. Welcome to my new channel, Hallmark My Words. Today we're talking about Always Amore. And for a movie about food, I was left wanting a little bit more carne, as they say in Italy, or meat. If I could describe this movie in one word, I would say yummy. After Welcome to Mama's and now this movie, we've got two movies about Italian restaurants, and I'm ready to say, Uncle, all right already, Hallmark, I'm ready to go out to Italian. I'm very ready to eat. Look at all these delicious things that they've got in this movie. Basically, this movie is about Elizabeth. She's lost her husband, Marco, who was the head of their family. He also ran this restaurant straight from Italy. His mom came with them, and he's passed away, and the restaurant hasn't been able to overcome his loss. In any case, the restaurant, because it's on its last legs, one of the other people who owns a great deal of the restaurant calls in Ben, who is a restaurant consultant, and he comes to help them fix the restaurant. The movie's honestly a little bit repetitive. Basically, the vast majority of the movie is them making meaningful looks at each other. Tyler Hynes and Autumn Reeser doing what they do best, being powerhouses in acting. And basically, though, the main theme is change is hard, but change is good. Basically, nobody wants to change anything, and they all talk a lot about the fact that they need to change things. By the end of the movie, they decide to make changes, and everything works out. So let's talk about the romance, the rom and the rom-com. There was not a whole lot of romance in this movie. I was a little bit surprised and a little disappointed because I figured they'd have great chemistry. That first scene where they meet each other and they're looking at one another, I got goosebumps. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. And then there really wasn't a whole lot. It was mainly about the restaurant and about her grief over her husband being gone until the very end. That last scene was fantastic. They played the ukulele to the song What a Wonderful World. She realizes that he's come back and he requests that song from the woman playing the ukulele, which is of course the song that they both learned to play when they were both in college. Not together, but that's what they did. And then Ben becomes more of a three-dimensional character. Up until this point, he's basically been just the guy that sort of swoops in and acts cool as a cucumber, as Tyler Hynes is so good at doing. But at the very end, we see some unprecedented emotion from Tyler Hynes doing an incredible job as Ben. I was so impressed when he revealed that his fiance had passed away and that he was trying to help everybody else succeed in their lives because he felt like he wasn't going to ever get what he wanted and live his happily ever after. But we realized very quickly they're going to have their happily ever after together. They share an incredible kiss. Why wasn't there more of that in the movie? And yeah, it was a great ending. Another meaningful look between the two of them as they clink glasses at the very end. And though the movie for the most part for me was kind of repetitive and lackluster, those last couple minutes was all worth it. Okay, so let's talk about the com and the rom-com, the cringe or moan, as I like to pretend. I didn't really understand why the restaurant wasn't doing well. I understand that Marco passed and that changed things, but if it had 2 Michelin stars, it was doing very well, and they were very clear on the fact that they had not changed the menu at all. They had not changed the restaurant at all. Why did it go from 2 Michelin stars to struggling? I don't really understand. And then I also don't get why they were so adamantly against making changes, especially when Elizabeth and Antonio, who have both been helming this restaurant basically, they make incredible meals. Like, she does incredible desserts and he keeps making these great meals, and they're making these things and then they're going, no, we could never put them in the restaurant. I just wanted to make this stuff and let you taste it, but no, don't you dare put it in the restaurant. And I'm like, why are you going to the trouble to make this if you're so adamantly against changing anything? So let's talk about the rating. Yep, we're there already. It's a short review because there's not a whole lot to talk about. That's what I was going to say, actually. The reason that I'm not going to be able to give this 4 or 5 butterflies out of 5 is because, again, it was well acted. I loved the scenes where Tyler Hynes and Autumn Reeser did their thing. They were just powerhouses, as always. We knew they were going to bring it. We knew it. But there just wasn't that much romance for me. And again, there wasn't a lot going on in this movie. It was just a lot of talking about not wanting to change and just kind of, I don't know, it was a bit ho-hum. I hate to say it because I loved the both of them so much. So I'm giving it 3 butterflies out of 5. 1 butterfly for the fabulous Autumn Reeser, 1 butterfly for the dreamy Tyler Hynes, and 1 butterfly for that ending. Man, was it fabulous. So this was one of the spring movies on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. The other one that aired last month in March on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries was The Presence of Love. And I really really love that movie. I'm going to rank these against one another, even though it's not really necessary, but who cares? It's fun, right? I'm gonna say that I'm going to put The Presence of Love still at number 1, and I'm gonna put Always Amore at number 2. Both of these are fabulous movies, though. I mean, if you haven't seen them, please do yourself a favor and watch them. I would watch either one again in a heartbeat, truly. That's gonna do it for me. I'm really looking forward to A Royal Runaway Romance, which I'm going to be watching today and maybe doing a video for soon. I'm still a little bit behind. I've got a little more content here in case you're interested. Also, if you feel like subscribing, no pressure, of course, but I've got that little circle here for you if you want. And regardless, I hope you're doing well. And because it's spring, I gotta say again, I hope your life is in full bloom. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.